Good afternoon to everyone, and I would like first to give thanks to our Finnish colleagues for organizing this event. And let me introduce you this Life Plus project, which is named Sustainable Agriculture in Carbon Arithmetics, which will be based in Spain, in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, and also in Brussels, in Belgium. The duration of this project will be 4 years, with a total budget of around 2.7 million euros, and they are around 46% of European Commission contribution. Of course, we will be working on a reduction of emissions of greenhouse gases, and the coordinating beneficiary will be the Spanish Association for Conservation Agriculture Living Soil, which is a 15-year-old non-profit-making association. And we will also work with the University of Córdoba and the IFAPA, which is a research institute of Andalusia, and also the European Conservation Agriculture Federation in Belgium. Why did we decide to present this project to the life? Because of the reality that, at least in Spain, agriculture is the third activity emitting more greenhouse gases, and it's mainly due to conventional practices which are based in soil tillage, excessive and intensive soil tillage, which could be also show as most of the European reality. And why? Because there is solid scientific data that we are losing half of this soil carbon due to the soil tillage, maybe in the first 15, 20 years of tilling. And as we may remember, if some of you studied chemistry when we were young, we know that carbon plus oxygen releases CO2, and that's what really happens when we plow. Why? Because we open channels where oxygen can flow easily, and it starts the burning of CO2, of carbon producing CO2. And also we are releasing, or we are consuming a lot of energy due to this intensive tillage. In the left bottom picture, there is a moldboard plow working and moving quite a lot amount of soil that requires also a lot of energy. And this tilling of the soil produces one of the most important problems all over Europe, which is erosion. At least in Spain, it's the most environmental problem. It's around half of this agrarian surface, the Spanish one, is concerned by high or medium risk of erosion, which produces the loss of crops, because when we till, we leave the soil bare, and after rainy periods, we have this loss of soil. So we present conservation agriculture as a holistic approach based in 3 pillars. One of it is no tillage. We avoid tilling as much as possible, even totally. We work always with permanent soil cover, different covers, the previous crop, and we promote crop rotations, because we naturally avoid several problems in agriculture by rotating crops. And thanks to that, we have benefits that are also scientifically studied, that we mitigate climate change. We help crops to adapt to this new reality. We control erosion and desertification. We reduce the consumption of energy, and we make more efficient use of it. And what's last but not least, which is, in our opinion, one of the most important things, is that we promote, and we can say that farmers are still we are not losing yields, which is one of the most important things for them. So this is a typical picture of no tillage, and where you see a winter wheat with a high amount of residues of the previous crop. And in the project, we are mixing conservation agriculture with the use of precision agriculture that help us to make different insight treatments according to GPS, sensor, and maps models. And also, we are going to sum up these 2 practices to encourage the progressive through this LIFE project, the progressive establishment of these sustainable techniques, and to try to reduce the greenhouse gases emissions and to adapt crops, Spanish, and also the data could be used for other countries for the new climate conditions. We are going to verificate what I am saying by different, well, we have 90 hectares in 3 provinces of Spain. We are going to make a virtual management digital platform, which will be available for every farmer in a web page, and we are going to verificate the sink effect of conservation agriculture by studying the carbon sequestration at different depths in these 90 hectares. So finally, what we are looking for is the synergy of conservation agriculture plus precision agriculture. By conservation agriculture, we will use this soil as this carbon sink. We will reduce the CO2 emissions thanks to that reduction of the soil tillage. We will need much less fuels by half of the conventional farmer, and we will promote better wet water use by crops, which is extremely important in dry countries as Spain. And thanks to precision agriculture, we will help farmers to make better driving, avoiding overlaps, but that means more inputs and more money for the farmer, and we'll optimize the use of agrochemical by this avoiding overlaps. So thank you very much, and I will be grateful to get in touch with you after in the call.